Hey, Shakur. Hey, I hope you doing what makes you tick. I hope you ain't doing all no extra shit. You don't need all that extra shit. You better be doing what makes you tick. I remember when you went to one of Crawford's camp and you did one of his trainings and you know, a full camp and stuff, man, and one of his training programs and shit, man, got in the fight and you look like...
Several top fighters offered divided takes ahead of the Shakur Stevenson-Teofimo Lopez matchup. Gervonta Davis, in particular, sounded irritated when Stevenson's name came up, openly wondering why he's already spoken of as an established great without first validating it on the biggest stage. Davis argued that hype and perception carry no weight at the elite level, stressing that true credibility is only earned by facing and defeating the best competition under the brightest lights.
And everything, did that help you prepare for big fights like this? Definitely. I've been training since February. Absolutely. All right. Can I ask you something? What's up, man? You want to sign a contract to fight my little brother? And there we go. Yes. I will fight him right now, but they want to wait till January, February. Hey, beat up right now. Let's sign the contract. No that. Stop the contract. No that. You ain't on that, baby. No that. You ain't on that, baby. Right now, nigga.
What exactly did Timothy Bradley notice that caused such a strong reaction? It wasn't an issue with Shakur's movement or a breakdown in his defense. The concern appeared before gloves were ever laced. Bradley, who has been closely watching Shakur's preparation, identified a troubling pattern. Rather than using fresh professional quality gauze and tape for each session, Shakur was reportedly cutting off used hand wraps and then reapplying them for the next workout.
Man, what you doing with them wraps, man? Stop being cheap. Stop being cheap, man. I see you cutting off them damn wraps and then just taping them back on, man. That's how you messing up your damn hands. You messing up your hands because it ain't tight. The shit ain't tight. You can't get it tight. You putting a glove on.
To most people, that may seem like reuse. In professional boxing, it's a serious mistake. Bradley didn't hold back, criticizing Shakur for cutting corners despite earning top-level money. The issue comes down to basic mechanics. Reused wraps lose elasticity and structure. They can't be tightened enough to properly secure the metacarpals, the small bones that absorb impact with every punch. By taping worn wraps back onto his hands, Shakur is training with reduced protection. Bradley's frustration was clear. He argued that with Shakur's earnings, there is no excuse not to bring in a professional hand wrapper daily. An elite fighter should treat his hands, the most important tools he has, with extreme care, not the same effort a casual gym member gives borrowed equipment. It's a confusing choice that points to a lack of discipline in a camp that must be perfect.
That shit ain't tight. You should be getting your hands wrapped by a master professional hand wrapper every single day, bruh. You getting paid gravy. You getting paid gravy, dude. If you can't fly a dude out, that's great with the damn hand wraps, man. That's what you need. If you got hand problems, bruh, and you need to keep your hands healthy, you need to hire somebody, man. All that damn money you making, bruh, hire somebody. Shit, tape it on some old-ass wraps. What's going on? Come on. What we in elementary school? Come on, dog. Them hands need to be wrapped. You can't mess around and go into this fight with Teo. You can't. You cannot mess around and go into this fight with Teo and your hands is hurt, man. Shit, that's not gonna be a damn excuse. Hell no. This is a dude, man, Teofimo Lopez, bro. He been going at us. Yeah. And when I say at us, yeah, straight to our face. Saying monkeys and bananas and all this shit. All this racist stuff, bruh. This your chance to shut his ass up.
This criticism carries more weight when considering who Shakur Stevenson is as a fighter. He is known to have fragile hands. This is not speculation. It has been medically documented. Shakur's hands are his biggest weakness. He has admitted to outlets like Ring magazine that his body can no longer handle a busy fight schedule. He has clearly stated that because of his hand issues, fans should not expect him to fight more than twice a year. Think about that. He is still in his 20s, widely considered his physical prime, Yet he already manages his career like a veteran because his hands cannot endure. He has undergone surgeries and spends hours in therapy just to keep them functional. Sports Illustrated has even pointed out that his hands pose a greater threat to his title reign than his opponents.
Shit, but this ain't gonna be no easy task. This dude here coming to bag up every single word he said. Every word he said. And you get in there and you play, and your hands ain't right, bruh, and you ain't in there being a little bit of Pookie with a little bit of Shakur, but you gonna have to bring everything out against this dude, Teofimo Lopez, because he coming for your ass in every single way. Every damn way, Shakur, I'm telling you. He gonna box your ass a little bit, he gonna pressure you, he gonna change speeds on your ass. I'm telling you, man, this dude is coming for your ass. You better be ready, but you don't need to be doing all that extra shit if it's gonna weaken you, if you ain't gonna be at your full potential, man. For real. You don't need to be doing all this extra shit. And get a hair wrap, dude.
When that medical history is paired with Bradley's accusation, the situation becomes far more serious. If you know your hands are vulnerable, and you know surgery and therapy are required just to compete, why would you cut corners on the equipment meant to protect them? It's like a race car driver knowing his tires are worn but refusing to replace them to save money. One mistimed punch with reused wraps could re-injure those delicate bones, leading to a stoppage or even a lasting decline in power.
You know, people think the fight with Teo is either going to be you delivering a masterclass
or a knockout by Teo.
Yeah, or you getting into some type of brawl with Teo and end up getting knocked out, right? What are fans getting wrong about the matchup?
I think the fans is getting wrong about the matchup is where I'm not sleeping on that I know about Teo. Teo's a good boxer. Mm-hmm. He's boxer first. Mm-hmm. So we could say, oh, he's just going to knock you out. He's just going to... That's not him. He's boxing first. He's going to want to establish distance and range on the outside and try to beat me up on the outside. So I think that's the main thing. And also the biggest thing that everybody don't realize with me, I could punch. Mm-hmm. Everybody say, oh, he can't punch, and then boom, crack somebody, and then they laying down, or something may happen to where they hurt or something like that. So I think that's two big things where they don't understand.
Bradley's warning went beyond the issue of hand wraps. He also pointed to a troubling habit in Shakur's preparation, a tendency to abandon what already works. He referenced one example that should still concern Shakur's camp, the bout against Edwin de los Santos. Before that fight, Shakur chose to change things up. He trained alongside Terence Crawford, widely regarded as the pound-for-pound best, and attempted to mirror Crawford's demanding routine. On the surface, working with the best seems logical. In practice, it backfired badly. Bradley noted that Shakur looked awful in that fight. He appeared slow, tentative, and nothing like himself. The reason? He was overtrained. His body was shocked by a system his muscles and nervous system weren't conditioned for. His best work was left in the gym.
Hey, Shakur, hey, I hope you doing what makes you tick. I hope you ain't doing all no extra shit. You don't need all that extra shit. You better be doing what make you tick. I remember when you went to one of Crawford's camp and you did one of his trainings and you know, a full camp and stuff, man, and one of his training programs and shit, man, got in the fight, and you look like shit, man. You look like hell. That was that Nocatila fight, man. You was like, man, I done stuff I ain't never done before. All this stuff, man. You don't need all of that shit, man. You need to do what make you tick, man. I know this fight is big. I know you can add a little bit of something, but, man, if you overworking yourself, man, and you ain't gonna be rested, man, if you ain't resting your hands, taking care of what you need to take care of, oh, shit.
Bradley believes the same pattern may be happening again. He warns Shakur to stick with what fuels his success and resist adding unnecessary changes just because the Teofimo fight is huge. When facing a dangerous opponent, there's a temptation to overhaul everything and push harder than ever. For a finesse-based fighter like Shakur, that mindset can be harmful. If he steps in against Teofimo Lopez fatigued, overworked, and with unreliable hand protection, he is setting himself up for disaster. The lesson from the Crawford experience was simple. Stay in your lane. But it appears Shakur may be drifting once more.
This one you don't have to answer. Okay. But I'm curious if you will answer it.
Yes.
Most overrated boxer right now.
Most overrated boxer right now.
You could go all time, I guess, if you wanted to.
I'll just say it. I think Shakur Stevenson. who I'm gonna be facing. I think he's overrated. I think so, yeah. He's been decreasing on his style. Yeah, but people amp it up like he's really got the goods. I'm looking forward to us finally facing in that square circle and really showing the world, but I'm really gonna
Attention must also be given to the opponent. This is not a measured chess match against a cautious technician. This is Teofimo Lopez. The stakes have gone beyond boxing and entered deeply personal territory. Teofimo has escalated his trash talk to extreme levels, reportedly using racially charged remarks, including references to monkeys and bananas that have enraged Shakur and his camp.
It's really that time for him to really take his first loss and, me whoop his ass to the point where either he quits on the stool or I knock him out. How I see this fight being played out is with me pretty much setting that momentum for the people out there as well. Not really trying to force for it. However, I can't be too technical with Shakur. You got to make it a little ugly. You got to make it a little ugly. If you try to be too technical with Shakur, it could be too long of a weighted chess match. Certain people don't want to see that. They don't want to see pop shots. You know what I mean? They want to see good action. I have yet to see, and I think you could attest with me, I don't think we have seen Shakur face anyone higher than who he's going to face next of me. So, I definitely, commend him at least for stepping up to the plate. But I think it's time. I think it's really that time for him to really take his first loss and, me whoop his ass to the point where either he quits on the stool or I knock him out.
You really believe that, because everyone will say, oh man, Shakur is probably one of the best defensive fighters in the game. You really believe you can stop Shakur Stevenson?
Yes.
Bradley emphasized that Shakur now carries the pressure of silencing someone who crossed a racial line. But emotion can work both ways. Teofimo Lopez isn't just verbal noise. He is unpredictable, explosive, and unconventional. Bradley described him as a fighter who shifts tempos, applies pressure, and brings disorder that disrupts structured boxers. If Shakur comes in emotionally compromised, focused on retaliation rather than execution, his hands must be completely dependable. You can't punish someone like Teofimo if you flinch every time you throw a left because of pain. Teofimo plans to back up every word. He intends to bully Shakur. If Shakur's hands betray him early due to reused wraps, he won't be able to keep Teofimo off him. Defensive brilliance means nothing without the ability to answer back with force.
I think it's one of those matches where you're sitting there and you're saying, how good is Shakur Stevenson? How good is he? I hear a lot of people talking about him, but how good is he? He's already accomplished or is a 3-division world champion already, 126, 130, 135. He has a chance to be, 4-division world champion already in his career? Man, I mean, look, I think it's a great opportunity, but the fight just has to happen. Style matchup, you got a defensive wizard versus I want to say somewhat of a freak of nature. Let me give some props to Teofimo Lopez other than, bashing. Yeah. The kid has, on his biggest moments, has shown up. He has. He beat Taylor. He beat Lomachenko when everybody doubted him. And this is another opportunity that he likes. He likes these big old challenges. You know what I'm saying? To show up and defeat all the odds. So this is down his alley. Teo is very selective when he chooses to fight these men, So we gonna see if according to his calculations, if this is the right move. We gonna see.
This leads to one of Bradley's most striking pieces of advice. He told Shakur he needs some Pookie and Ray for this fight. It's a colorful way of saying that Olympic polish and textbook boxing won't be enough. He needs grit. He needs edge. This fight will be ugly and physical. But here's the contradiction. You can't bring that street mentality with bargain preparation. To take the fight to Teofimo, to stand your ground and exchange when required, you need complete trust in your body. You must know that when you land that counter shot, your hand won't break.
See, what Teofimo Lopez is, bro, he's a hell of an athlete, man. And he contort his body in different ways, in different times, you know what I mean, to create offense for himself. Seriously, I'm sitting there watching him against Sandor Martin, and I'm watching this guy, figuring it out. Yeah, distance, distance definitely, when a guy was able to maintain distance, yes, it becomes challenging for Teo. It does. But the thing is with Teo is he's a risk taker. All right. And the thing that I know about Shakur Stevenson is that Shakur has to be on balance. Shakur has to feel safe because he's a defensive first type of fighter. And Shakur won't deploy any offense unless he truly feels he's going to land. So with that being said, it's like Teo, when he's attacking you and he's coming from these weird, odd angles, Teo is not afraid to get hit with a shot. He's not afraid of that, right? Teo can adjust his balance as he's attacking you. Adjust his punches as he's attacking you. So, when Shakur is trying to step out on that line, right? When he's trying to get his distance, move left or right, when he gets along the ropes, or, when he's stepping back, you know what I'm saying? Teo is going to be following.
Bradley is ultimately telling Shakur to elevate the professionalism of his camp so he can unleash that raw side of himself in the ring. You can't be ruthless in competition while being cheap in preparation. The Pookie and Ray energy demands a foundation of elite, no corners cut training. Shakur has the ability to silence Teofimo and defend everyone offended by Lopez's remarks. But ability needs the right structure. Right now, that structure is being held together with reused tape. Bradley's message couldn't be clearer. Stop cutting corners. At the highest level, the margins are razor thin. When millions and legacy are on the line, acceptable isn't acceptable. The fact that a Hall of Famer had to publicly call out a champion just to wrap his hands properly is astonishing.
Ain't gonna be easy. This is a challenging fight. Shakur know this fight gonna be challenging, and that's the reason why he's taking it, because he wants to prove to everybody that he's the best or one of the best fighters in the world. Shakur ain't trying to hover at the pound for pound around the damn 8, 7. Teo ain't on the pound for pound list, but Shakur is. But Shakur ain't trying to hover around 7, 8. You know what I'm saying? Shakur want to be number one. Shakur trying to pass up Crawford. Shakur trying to pass up Inoue. Shakur trying to pass up Usyk. Shakur trying to be right on Bam's ass like, hey, I'm here. Yeah, with a win right here. Woo, man. Come on. Yes, this gonna move him. This gonna move him up that damn pound for pound where Shakur wants to be. That's the reason why he taking on this damn challenge right here. And of course, Teofimo Lopez, you know what I mean? He wants to fight Shakur because he wants to prove he's the best. Right now, look, everybody's been saying nobody can be, well, I know I've been saying it, nobody can beat Shakur Stevenson. I don't think, it's very few guys that can beat this guy, man. Very few guys, man, that I think that may give him some issues, but not beat him, because it's hard to outthink this dude, right?
Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss future content. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Stay locked in and we'll see you in the next one.